right, you know me, Flow Chad. So I wanted to do an initial review of the Flow DNA Fire Buugeng, but I want to try something a little bit different. So if this is working the way I want it to, this is going to be kind of a split screen where you're going to see my first burn, and I'm going to talk about, kind of my impressions of the Buugeng and, the first burn stuff. First things first, I just got the Buugeng a little over a week ago. Just weather hasn't cooperated to get a good burn in. So I didn't want to really put out a review until, we had, until I knew what they were like on fire. So we had a good burn, good weather last night, and I lit them up. I used pure, ultra pure lamp oil, which burns cooler. Because again, these are big wicks. That's wicks the size of your head. So it's a lot of fire. Just for reference, so right now I am lighting them up. You can see the lamp oil. You get a little bit of drips from the lamp oil, but they are lighting. They light a lot quicker using white gas or a mixture. But this first burn, again, just your standard UPLO. For reference, I do have, obviously, I've used a lot of different Buugeng, pretty much all of them, but for Fire Buugeng, I have all the way back to, does anybody remember these? I think these are the Home of Poi. Yeah, I think these are Home of Poi. The Fire Buugeng with the little wicks on the side. And then I've also got my snake juggling. These are nice Buugeng. I mean, these are kind of were the standard, for the longest time. So, you can kind of see that they're, they're on fire now. The fire is lit, and I have to say, I was very, very worried. I definitely was. I mean, I spin a lot of fire stuff, but these are just big fire. The nice thing about these is the wick is big. You get a lot of fire, but it's a really good distance from your hand. You've got a good balance, and with it, even with especially with it spinning, like, you get good control. I had no problems with finger spins. Everything was working really well. Even like at this point, I'm actually doing Nitazeng, which at full burn. I mean, this is Nitazeng at like the hottest point of the burn, and it was okay. Again, you feel the heat. The heat's washing up, but my hands never felt like they were burning. I never felt any kind of lack of control. That I love the most about these. I never felt the lack of control. I never felt like, my hands were about to get burned. Again, I didn't wear gloves. You can see in the video, no gloves. I'm not getting fancy in the video because this is the first spin I've done with these, and I kind of wanted to get a feel for them. I wanted to understand what kind of heat they were generating and how they would affect my spin. I am wearing a full sleeve fireproof shirt, specialist shirt, and we had, I had a fire safety and a hose and everything, but didn't really need anything special. I mean, these worked really well. You can see, one of the big differences between the snake juggling and the Flow DNA, if you can see that. Snake juggling wick is smaller, but it comes a lot closer to your hand than the Flow DNA. So I have definitely had spins with snake juggling where, it's a lot closer to your hand than this one ended up being. You can see. So that's why I think, even though you've got bigger fire, you've got really good flame. And if you watch the video, that's a lot of fire. There's a lot of flame. And look, I've got a pinwheel going. Again, full burn. I've got pinwheel going, and it, didn't feel like it was burning my face off. Didn't feel like it was burning my hands. So yeah, they're really, really well done. Really well built. Great balance. I'm loving the handles because they're the best that I've used for finger spins. Fire Buugeng. These work extremely well for finger spins, which kind of my thing. They're very pretty. Again, I got them in custom purple because purple is one of my performance colors. After the first burn, the one thing I did notice, after the first burn, And again, they're fire props, so this isn't a complaint, just a notice. You know, first burn, you got a little bit of singeing around the edges, but it's a fire prop. And yeah, they're very, very solid. I like the fact that they're hinged in the middle. You know, snake juggling, they just, you know, you've got the two magnets and they hold well, but I have, you know, spinning really fast or bumping them or something, they've come apart, they can split apart. Oh, and that's the end of the spin. So yeah, these are really solid. I have no problems with them. I'm really pleased, and I can't wait to spin them more. As always, if you have any questions, yeah, feel free, let me know. Thanks a lot.